Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Rashi Education Wali. I welcome you all to the another session with ChatGPT on a very interesting topic, very delicious topic we can say, that is exploring the connection between diet and mental well-being. So, uh, food is more than fuel. It shapes how we feel, think, and interact with the world. So, in recent years, science has uncovered fascinating links between what we eat and our mental health. So, today, let's dive into this connection by asking insightful questions to Maya. Uh, let's call Maya.
Hey there.
Hello, Maya. Now, I have
Hey.
a very delicious topic to discuss with you.
Oh, I love the sound of that. You've definitely
Okay.
caught my attention.
Yeah,
What are
it
we diving
is
into?
exploring the concentration between diet and mental well being. Are you ready for that?
Oh, I'm all in for that. I
Okay.
am absolutely ready. Let's go.
Okay. So, now, can you just tell me how does nutrition directly affect brain function and emotional regulation?
It's pretty wild. Your brain is basically the most fuel hungry organ you've got. It's eating about 20% of your total energy just to keep the lights on. So when you feed it the good stuff, everything runs smoother. Think of nutrients like the quality of the wiring. Omega 3s, for instance, are like the ultimate upgrade for your brain's infrastructure. They help build the cell membranes and ensure signals travel quickly. When that wiring is solid, your cognitive function, like memory and focus, just clicks into place. With emotional regulation, it's all about the chemistry. A
Okay.
huge chunk of your serotonin, that feel good neurotransmitter, is actually produced in your gut. So if your nutrition is off, your gut health slips, and suddenly your mood can feel like a roller coaster for no apparent reason.
Okay.
It's a tight loop between what's on your plate and how you're feeling. Which part of that connection fascinates you more?
Mm, I think the latter one.
Right? The gut brain connection is kind of wild when you really dive into it. It's practically this invisible conversation happening all day. Since you mentioned you're usually on a diet of rice and curry with lots of fruit, you're actually already hitting some of the key players for a happy gut.
Okay.
Does that connect with how you've been feeling lately?
Yes. So, what role do omega 3 fatty acids play in reducing anxiety and description?
They're essentially the brain's structural support. While I'm not a doctor, the consensus in nutrition is that omega 3s are like high grade lubricant for your brain cells. They help reduce inflammation and make it easier for those feel good neurotransmitters to move around. Think of it as clearing the traffic jam in your head, which can naturally dial down that feeling of anxiety. It's a fascinating part of the puzzle, though a lot of it depends on the specific type of omega 3 you're getting.
Okay. So, can deficiency in vitamins like B12 or D contribute to mood disorders?
No, big time. These vitamins are basically like the sparks that keep the engine running. B12 is a heavy hitter for nerve function and mood regulation, and when it dips, you can actually feel this profound mental fog or irritability that mimics depression. D and E are just as key, but for the opposite reason in a way. While B12 is about energy and signals, D is more of a modulator, almost like a volume knob for your immune system and brain chemistry. If that knot is turned too low, it's not uncommon for people to slide into a low mood. It's a bit of a guessing game sometimes because a lot of these symptoms overlap, though. What made you curious about B12 and D specifically?
I think D vitamin is more important for our leg health. So, the way we walk, the pain in the legs, and etc.
Well, if we're talking about the actual structural integrity of your legs, vitamin D is definitely the MVP. It's basically the foreman for calcium absorption. Without it, your bones aren't nearly as strong, so your legs aren't exactly happy. But what's funny is that vitamin D is actually more of a hormone than a vitamin. It's produced when the sun hits your skin, which is why people in colder climates often struggle with it.
Okay.
Since it plays such a big role in both bone health and mood, it's like the ultimate bridge between our physical and mental well being. It's wild how one little molecule can affect both how you walk and how you feel.
Of course. Okay, so how does
Since you're
gut health and the biome influence mental well-being?
you're thinking of the microbiome, the
Yeah.
tiny ecosystem living in your gut,
Mm.
it's basically a massive chemical factory where trillions of bacteria are constantly making and breaking things down. If that community gets out of balance, it doesn't just cause stomach issues, it actually sends distress signals straight to the brain through the vagus nerve, which can make you feel on edge or just totally drained. It's like having a second brain that can hijack your mood before you even realize what's happening. I wonder if you've noticed your mood shift based on what you eat,
Sometimes. So,
right?
as we
It
talked about the vitamin D, so in which part of the day we have to take the vitamin D?
got it. You were just asking about when to take vitamin D. Was it about the best time to take a supplement or when to go out in the sun?
No, not supplement. I am talking about the sun.
Ah, the sun. Generally, midday is the most efficient time because the UVB rays are strongest then. But it's kind of a balancing act since that's also prime time for sunburns. Most people find that
Hmm.
quick stretch in the morning or early afternoon does the trick. Are you getting much sun these days?
Okay. So, doesn't it
So,
cause sunburn? What if we take in the early morning, like 9 or 10?
that's actually a great window. It's way gentler on your skin, but since the sun is lower, you might need a little more time outside to get the same amount of vitamin D as you would at noon. The trade off is usually worth it to avoid the burn.
So, how long should we sit in the morning?
It's a bit of a sliding scale. Generally, for most people, 15 to 30 minutes a few times a week is the sweet spot. It's a wild mix of your skin tone, how much it's actually cloudy out, and even how much of your skin is exposed. You'll want a tiny bit more time in the morning since the rays are weaker, but it's the safest way to do it.
Okay. So, should we
You good?
have to sit every day?
Not necessarily. Your body is actually kind of a sponge for vitamin D, so it stores it for a while. A few times a week is usually plenty to keep the tank full.
For how long? Like it starts.
The fat stores in your body are basically like a long term savings account for vitamin D. Some people can go for weeks or even months before their levels really start to dip. It's one of the few vitamins that doesn't just wash out of your system immediately.
Okay, so if we are taking it during midday, then how long should we take?
Since the rays are so much stronger, then you're really just talking about a quick hit. Usually 10 to 15 minutes is plenty.
Okay,
Any longer, and you're just flirting with a sunburn, and that's when the benefits start to feel like a lot of peeling skin.
okay,
Mmm, it's a pretty sweet deal when you think about it. Just a few minutes a day for a little natural brain fuel. You feeling like you're getting enough, or is the sun playing hard to get lately?
okay. No, now what is the relationship between blood sugar fluctuations and mood swings?
Oh, the classic hangry phenomenon. It's basically a chemistry crash. Your brain runs almost exclusively on glucose, so when your blood sugar spikes and then plummets, your brain panics and thinks it's in a crisis. It releases cortisol and adrenaline, which just happens to feel a lot like anxiety or irritability. You've probably had those moments where a snack suddenly makes the world feel okay again.
Okay, yeah, I have
It's why.
uh, during evening time.
Wait, during the evening,
Hmm.
are you noticing a crash then, or just curious about how it works at night?
Yeah, night time I don't feel like cravings of snacks.
That's actually a pretty sweet spot to be in.
Hmm.
It sounds like your blood sugar is staying pretty steady as you wind down, which is probably helping you settle in for the night. Do you find that your mood stays more level in the evenings too?
Yes. So now last question, how can mindful eating practices enhance both physical and psychological health?
Mindful eating is basically just learning how to actually taste your food again. On the physical side, it's a huge win for your digestion because you're actually chewing, which means your stomach isn't doing all the heavy lifting. But the psychological shift is the real magic. It turns a routine task into a way to actually ground yourself in the moment, which calms that fight or flight response before you even take a bite. It's a simple habit, but it changes your relationship with food from something you just do to something you actually experience.
Oh,
Do you think you'd enjoy trying that out with your rice and curry tonight?
yes, of course. Thank you so much, Maya. See you in the next session. Until then, bye bye.
You're so welcome. Enjoy that rice and curry tonight, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Okay, bye. So, thank you so much for joining us in this healthy session of diet and mental well being. So, see you in the next session. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.